A lot of people ask me, how did I get my start online? How did I make my first $1,000 to $5,000? And in this video, I want to break that down for you, tell you the story behind it, and hopefully give you some actionable things you can do right now to start making money to get your business up and off the ground. Let's get into it. First things first, like you, I was in a situation where I didn't have a massive amount of money whenever I got into starting my own business. What happened was I got to know Robert, as you know, who's now still my business partner to this day. And basically I saw this opportunity of starting to sell my own products, other people's products on Amazon, on eBay and places like that, because Robert had the business where he had warehouses and things of that nature. And what really struck me was when I first went to that warehouse and I saw this real business operating, selling products to people, was that there was a lot of excess inventory products lying around this warehouse. What does that really mean? It means basically there was a lot of secondhand products that were just lying around the warehouse that Robert was not able to sell. Why was he not able to sell them? Well, on Amazon, as you know, you do typically, if you're going to sell something brand new, it has to be brand new. So these products would have been brand new, but then they would have been sold and returned, might have had little, creases in the packaging and things like that. So I was able to come along and say to Robert, hey, this is a problem in your business. You're not able to sell these products to people. Can I come in and can I sell these products on your behalf? I'll sell them on my own Amazon account, my own eBay account, and I'll make some money. So Robert was very, very gracious and he said, yes, you can absolutely do that. So what I did then was I went through the warehouse and I found lots of different products. Many of them were wholesale items, meaning they were pre-existing brands in consumer electronics accessories. There were some baby products there and things like that. And what I found was a big haul of certain types of products. So one of the things that I found was satellite cabling, right? And there was lots of these big rolls of satellite cabling. I think there were 20-meter rolls, right? And so I thought, well, oh, that's interesting. Maybe I can sell these. And I think Robert had given up on these products. There were brown coaxial cabling for satellites. So what I did was I took the products, I initially listed them on eBay, and I listed them as an auction. And so basically I would start the price really low, like I'd say £1, or in this case, maybe $1, right? And then people would start to obviously bid on those different products. And sometimes whenever I sold them, they sold for very little. I didn't make very much money. Other times when I sold them at auction, they made a lot more money. They got closer to the price that I wanted them to sell them for. Sometimes I would start my auctions a lot higher, so at £5, £10, because I wanted to get closer to £20. So that was the first kind of big haul of products that I had that I started to sell. And what I did was I also listed them on Amazon at the same time because these were actually brand new. And the funny thing was I sent some to FBA at the time, and the amazing thing was these products started to sell really well on Amazon. Now it didn't last forever, but they did start to sell extremely well, which was great because I sold and sold and sold on Amazon, and then on eBay I did some auctions and I sold some things at a fixed price there. And that product was the first one long before, I started to do the canvas wardrobe that I've talked about. That was my first money on the internet. At the same time, there was actually a baby product as well. It was like a baby toy that Robert had a load of that he got from a wholesaler somewhere in the past. And I actually started to sell those as well on eBay and on Amazon also because they were brand new, they were just lying around. So they were the products that got me my start. So what can we learn beneath that little mini story there? Well, basically there's companies all over the world right now. Some will be in your local town, some will be online, and many of those companies have returns, right? So these are products that are sent back to them from, say, FBA. Maybe they're just sent back from a customer if they're doing their own fulfillment. And what you can do is you can do what I did. Go and speak to those people and say, hey, I'm happy to buy these products from you. Now, you're going to buy them at a cut down price because they're secondhand. You get a pallet of those products, put them on a pallet for me, ship them to me. You will then go through them and you'll put some products over onto eBay and you can put some products over onto Amazon. This is a form of retail arbitrage, as something that is very well known right now in the Amazon world. And it's absolutely a great way to get started because many of these items already have search traffic inbuilt for them, meaning people are already looking for them. So that's how I started, and it's an opportunity for you to get started as well. Now, Also, another kind of really important principle here was a company that Robert worked with at the time, he wasn't doing that much business with. But whenever I came along and I actually had time to sit down with some of the products and list them on eBay, list them on Amazon, I was able to find new markets for products that Robert didn't even know about. And not that he didn't know, but it's just he didn't have the time to list these products on these different platforms. As a result of that, he wasn't doing any business from it. Whereas when I came along and focused on it, I started to generate sales on lots of different products that he could get from wholesalers. All right, stop for just 1 second. I have a quick question for you. We're talking about different side hustles, raising some more money. What's something you're doing right now or you're looking into doing right now to raise more money to grow your business? If you're not making enough money, we all do need a side hustle to increase your income. Let me know down in the comments right now, what's one thing you're either thinking about doing or you're actively doing right now to raise more money. I look forward to helping and supporting you in that endeavor as much as I possibly can. Comment right now and click that like button while you're down there. Back to the video. Now, we didn't make massive margins, massive profits on these products, the general products that they would have, but where we made a lot of money was on deals. So the one thing that you're going to look for if you're going to a company who is wholesaling products is see if they have deals on products that are just lying around. Sometimes in a lighting category, we used to do a lot of lighting products back in the day. There would be like a mass of all these different light bulbs, and they were sold at a cut down price because the manufacturer was trying to move to a new line of products. And as a result of that, they started to slash the price of their old range. And so you can come in, you can get a really good deal from different wholesalers, and you can actually do pack sizes on Amazon and do different things to make more money doing that as well. So definitely going to wholesalers is a really good strategy also. But I think if you focus really on the first piece, which is going to people and finding what problems do they have right now, how can you solve those problems, you'll do well. Now, a couple of things on this. You will need to fulfill the products yourself, meaning you're going to need to actually package them up and ship them out to the end customer yourself. And in order to do that, you're going to have to get some packaging supplies. So you can get these in you can get them on Amazon. You can search packaging supplies, and you can buy things like the envelopes with they'd be bubble wrap letters and things like that, right? They're really, really good to package up your products with. So what you'll do is then you'll sell the products, you'll pack them up, and then what you can do is you can take them to your local post office is one way to go. If they're bigger, bulkier items, you're going to have to utilize different couriers and things like that. Right now, it's a lot easier online because there's a lot more places you can go to send parcels online and stuff like that. So absolutely, that's something you can go and take a look at if you're going to do this in more detail. But really solving that problem for a company is huge because they're taking what's called dead stock and they're actually turning dead stock into profit. And if you can help a company do that, they're very happy with that. Now, people out there will tell you to go to sites like overstock.com and stuff like that. And in my experience, many of those product bundles are not that great and they can be very costly. Whereas I think going to companies and building in this relationship is a really great strategy to get some initial sales on the board. Also, some of these companies, they might not be doing this because they're just too busy. And you might be even able to send out your items through those companies, especially if they have their own fulfillment set up. And all of a sudden, you become this person who can come in, who can solve a problem for them, use their pre-existing distribution channel, help them take dead stock and turn it into cash, and you can get paid for doing that as well. So that's how I got my initial start. Now, what else did I do at the time in order to raise more money to continue to grow the capital so that I could expand my business? So I continued a lot of this arbitrage stuff that I mentioned. And then what I did was I started to do work for other businesses. So I've talked about this before. One of the skills that I've had since I'm quite young is I'm pretty good at writing. And so I thought, well, how can I take my writing skills and do well with that? So I used to go to websites like freelancer.com. It's now called Upwork. And also there were sites like Elance as well. And I used to basically go there and look for article writing jobs. So people would want to write blog articles about certain topics and they would want me to come in and write the article. And I used to do that. It wasn't a huge earner. I'm going to be completely honest. I was earning about $15 to $20 an hour doing that. But it was something that I was able to do in the evening time, late at night, and raise some additional money doing that. Now at the time, I probably was making a couple of $100s a week doing that. It was a lot of time intensive work. And that really led me on to the next thing, which was copywriting. And all copywriting is, in very simple words, is it's been able to take a sales message and turn it into print. So if somebody's selling something to a customer one-to-one, if you can take that and you can turn it into writing in a way where a company can send somebody to a page where they can then read it and they can then want to go ahead and buy something, that's really good for the company. So I started to learn those skills, and I started to learn things like email writing skills as well. And I used to go to different clients and offer that. And one of the biggest opportunities that I came across then was a company called under20workout.com. And if you go there now, you'll actually see somebody who works in our team now, Justin, running that business. And basically what happened was I was learning all about email marketing and how that operated. And I actually was doing the workout program. This was when the Amazon business was a bit more established at the time, but I was still up and coming and I was still trying to raise more capital consistently to keep on investing in different products. So what I did was I spoke to Justin, who ran the site at the time, and I said, listen, you guys are doing a really good job. Your workout program is great, but what's not good is your email marketing. So I said, if I could come in and I could do your email writing for you, would that be something we could work out a deal on? They said yes. So what I did was I started to actually write their email copy, and I wrote a big, what they call sales page, which is a big long page. You've probably seen them online before, which sold our workout program. And that enabled me to basically work for free for Justin at the time. I helped that company get really good results. And then we started to work on a monthly retainer. So I started to get clients like that, doing retainer work and getting a lot of experience actually utilizing my skills. So the initial start was into retail arbitrage. Then that kind of moved on to, we were able to do relationships with suppliers and sell more of those products. Then I moved on to, okay, this is working well now. I kind of exhausted those different opportunities. We had the Amazon business established and running at that point using FBA, started going into more countries. At the same time, I started using my skills and knowledge to be able to work with companies, help them make more sales, and I got paid as a result of doing that. When you put all that together, then what you basically see is a lot of hustle, and that's something that I'm a fan of. I don't think you should hustle till you like fall apart or something like that, but absolutely in the early stages of your business, you're going to have to do different things to raise more capital. A lot of people watching the channel, maybe yourself included, you're working a job right now, and you probably have some extra time where you could be investing to do different things, but you don't always necessarily think about it. You don't always necessarily connect the dots. You might have kids as well. You might have a family. I didn't at the time. I understand that is definitely something that you have to invest your time into. However, the biggest thing I can tell you from today's video is that if you solve problems for other people, and there's so many companies out there, you are the solution to their problem, you'll absolutely make some money short term that can help you fund your business so that you can make money long term. So that's how I got my start online, how I made my initial money, how I scaled it up a little bit more. And really it was just an opportunity today to kind of share that with you, bring you through the process, and hopefully you've had some ahas along the way today in today's video. So I hope you enjoyed that story today, just something very simple. I really wanted to try and inspire you as much as I possibly can, to tell you what I did. And I mean, I continue to work with companies even now. We do consulting work for businesses even now after we're growing our company to the size that it is at this point in time. And the reason we do that is I enjoy it. I like seeing other businesses. I like seeing how they operate. I love seeing people get results as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please do like this video. It really, really helps. Also, please give me a comment. You can comment along with what I asked you to do earlier on, or you can just comment in and say, hey, Stephen, here's something I'm going to do to raise some more money on the side. That would be really, really great if you would put that comment into the comments for me right now. I've said comments way too many times. With that said, please subscribe to the channel, click that bell icon, and if you're not already part of the Marketplace Superheroes movement, click on the link in the description, or it's down in the first comment, and get in on the action. So with that said, hope you enjoyed this one, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video coming very soon.